Hey guys, hope you're all having an awesome day. So I just lit some Palo. Holy shit. Let me see if it's gonna do it in that thing. Okay, it was just going like, there you go. Just straight up. It was just really cool. I've never seen it like that. Ooh. Okay. Messages for you guys. Holy shit. So I'm getting a lot of you guys are about to have tower moments where things break down. And I would say sorry, but it's actually a really good thing. It's always a positive thing. Doesn't necessarily feel like that in the moment, but there's a lot of illusions, a lot of walls breaking down to show you the truth of people and situations, to help you see through the illusions, to help you see where you were ignoring your own intuition and where you are not trusting yourself in situations. I'm also getting, for some of you, this is not for everybody. There are specific people and situations that are coming in to trigger you, and they want you to see, are you putting walls down or are you putting walls up when you're triggered? So like, say if you're single or you're dating and something falls through with somebody, you're like, oh, you know what? I don't want to get hurt anymore. I don't want to deal with this anymore. And you're like, shh, walls back up. I'm not, whatever, like that. And they're saying, nope, keep those walls down. Keep the walls down. There is definitely a lot going on with the feminine energy and something going on with the cycles. It might have something to do with the moon. For some of you, I'm also getting for some of you, if you're a woman, obviously, your feminine cycle might be shifting this month. There's like a lot of stuff going on in the sacral chakra, especially for women. So you might be having different energies where you're either like really, really sexually charged or really, really sexually not charged, dimmed, whatever. But there also might be shifting with your cycles. They might be heavier, they might take longer, they might be shorter, the opposite normally of what it is, or something a little bit different. Don't freak out. There's like some type of cycle changing going on. There's a lot going on with love, learning how to love any and all, which means even people who trigger you, even people who upset you, even though you maybe feel like certain people have not had your best interests at heart, learning how to love all and come into the collective consciousness rather than like anger and hatred. It's more so like an understanding of other people. Now, with that being said, that does not mean you have to accept shitty behavior, okay? Like, you can be understanding and empathetic towards somebody doing something hurtful to you, doing something disrespectful, whatever. I think the big message from Spirit is not taking it personal, like there's something wrong with you, but also having enough respect for yourself that you're not tolerating it either, where you're setting boundaries or walking away. And I would say, depending on the situation, if it's really severe, obviously walking away is the best situation. If it's not that severe, but it's a continual behavior and you've already set boundaries, walking away. If it's something you could set boundaries with and you could say, look, like, this is just, there's no negotiation. This is my boundary. I'm not doing this. I'm done with this. Then you can say, like, look, if they keep disrespecting my boundaries, how am I going to handle it? What am I going to do? That type of situation. So let's pull the cards. I don't know. These cards want to come out. They're like the crystal cards, but they only have one word on them. So let's say, I'm going to laugh if like tourmaline or moonstone comes out, because I've been like tourmalining and moonstone like a motherfucker the last 2 days. That's not what came out though. Okay. We got they spelled this wrong. Tourmalinated quartz. Simplification. They put tourmalinated. I guess it could be like that. Tourmaline quartz. We got organite, resolution, lepidite, decisiveness, serpentine, confidence. Wow. It's so funny because we keep getting the decision card and we keep getting the conflict card. We keep getting the back and forth card. Like, this has been coming out for 2 weeks now, this message. I think it's been about 2 weeks. Making a decision so you can resolve the situation and having confidence in the choice that you made. Like, I don't know who this is affecting. I feel like this is quite a few people that are going through this situation where it's like you keep going back and forth on decisions. Like, you made a choice and you're like, this is how I'm feeling and blah, 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 blah. And then it's like you're lacking the confidence to actually stick with the decision. Your ego, your inner child's like going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Like, stick with it. That's going to help you resolve this. Like, even if it was the quote unquote wrong, which there are no wrong choices, but even if it was one that maybe you realize afterward, like, okay, like, this is not, whatever, you can, hold on. you can look at the reason why you made that choice and see if there's something else that needs to transpire, a conversation that needs to transpire, boundaries, things like that. No choice is the wrong choice, okay? They're very specific about that. No choice is the wrong choice. Every choice has a possibility for a teaching moment. Okay, let's see. So what do we have over the next few days? What message? It already feels like exactly what I said to you guys in the beginning. I said, trusting your intuition, seeing through illusions, etc., etc. We got intuition and manifestation behind a mask. We got transformation, hidden motivation. So yeah, whoever needs that. And we got 6, this adds up to 6, 33, and 5 and 1 add up to 6. So 66, family, home, love, that type of situation. No. These two together. Okay. We got peace on the bottom for whoever needs to see those swans. Okay. I'm gonna just confirm what I said earlier, which is this is triggers and tests and things that are coming up to show you there's 2 messages to show you the illusions and things that you are not seeing clearly, and to trust your intuition. That everything in front of you is not always as it seems. People's behaviors, words, choices, things like that are not always as they seem, okay? So there's something that you guys are missing. There's like a piece of something you're missing, and it's because you're not trusting your intuition. You're looking at things in front of you. You're looking at behaviors and things like that, but you're not listening to your intuition. Your intuition knows all. Your intuition knows better than what you're seeing in front of your face, basically, is what they're saying. The other part of this I'm getting is some of you guys are wearing a mask. Some of you guys are not being true to who you are because you're scared to show somebody something. You're scared to like put your walls down and be vulnerable and show people what you perceive as weakness, but like you're scared to show people like who you are. It's almost like this inner child's like kind of like peeking out and is like wanting to express something, and it's like you guys are like, nope, let me close the door. Spirit is saying, no, stop that shit. Like if there's something you need to say or the way you're feeling, then do it. Transformation, hidden motivations. Oof. All right, this feels more person-centered. That one feels more so it has to do with other people. Like I said, like people, situations, things in your life. This one feels more so internally. That you guys are in a phase of transforming, and the transformation that's coming up, it feels like a lot of you guys, this is current energy. If not, it might be coming up for you over the next few days to few weeks, where you're starting to see your own internal wants, things that you've actually wanted, but you've been too scared to ask for or too scared to believe. So say you're wanting somebody who shows up for you in a certain way or does certain things, or you're wanting a specific person, a specific job, situation, something like that. It's like you've been kind of hiding from it and not really wanting to acknowledge what it is you want because you think it's unattainable, or you think you don't deserve this person, or you think that this person doesn't love you, or whatever it is. And Spirit is bringing that shit out for you guys over the next few days to few weeks. It feels like some of you it's already trickled up a little bit, but most of you it feels like it's going to start coming out. So there's definitely something, it feels like a lot of you it has to do with relationships. A lot of you it has to do with things that you've been scared of. Some of you it has to do with past life stuff, but some of you it definitely has to do with conditioning from your childhood. So things where you've maybe blocked your actual wants and desires because of maybe something you learned growing up, something your parents said, you wanted to kind of be the opposite of them or have the opposite life or things like that. Some of you definitely might have to do with like kids, family, a home, moving, things of that nature. But it's definitely something that is really like heart-centered. It's something that you really love and really want, but it's like a fear is behind it. So Spirit is trying to help you come out of that and like transform to standing in that confidence and worth that you are deserving of this person or situation. And helping you see past all the illusions. It feels like these are kind of connected. Like the illusions with a certain situation, it might not have to be with this exact person or this exact situation, but it feels like it's somehow reflecting or mirroring this. So this can actually come out. It feels almost like steps is what I'm getting. And then I love that because we have taking steps and happy success is the next one. Some of you, this definitely has to do with moving or something to do with home. something to do with home, family, or moving. And yeah, that could be relationships and all of the above. But it's like you are taking steps forward and things are going to get better. Things are going to get calmer. Things are going to be more balanced. Things are going to be happier. And if you notice all that angel energy up in there. So we got increase, a consciousness of lack and optimism, which adds up to 9, which is the end of a cycle, usually. So look at this. Some of you, this definitely could be money related because we got increase with all the awesome crystals. And then we got right next to it, we got a consciousness of lack with all the money you're turning your back on. And then we got optimism. So what I get from this, and if you notice, guys, there's something definitely to do with houses. Because if you notice in the back, there's a house, I mean like a castle-y house, a house, and inside the intuition is a house. So happy home, happy life, moving, going into a house, making a house a home, a person feeling like home to you. Yeah, there's a lot of houses in these pictures. And we don't normally get that. And they're specifically pointing it out to me. But it feels like they want you to increase your optimism and follow the path. Like know that this path is leading you to what you desire, and get out of this consciousness of lack. Get into a state of gratitude and a state of optimism. And even though you're not having what it is that you want now, still being optimistic, because this door, this opportunity, and notice how it's a 1. This opportunity is going to open for you soon. And this is like a new beginning. This is some type of fresh start. This is like a new perspective for some of you guys. This is actually a new opportunity for some of you guys. Some of you, this is like something having to do with finances, something heart center, something very passionate. So it could be a romantic situation. It could be a financial job, you know, some type of thing you're going to do on the side because you enjoy doing it, whatever it is. But definitely something that is something you will love, something that is going to bring you happiness. But they want you to be more optimistic, that even though maybe you're in this energy right now and it feels like a little heavy, it feels like, you know, nothing's really transpiring. There are things going on behind the scenes, and you're on this path and you're picking up each of these, you know, pieces on the way to get to the final goal where you desire. Okay. It feels like really like positive energy. It feels like really good things are coming. Hold on. I have like 2 more decks I'm going to pull from. I grabbed a bunch of decks out today. So let's see. Okay. Well, I don't know if you saw those. They just like flew out. I got one more. We got Mother Mary, love and peace. Let go of the need to be right. Choose peace. Mother healing is possible at this time. So some of you guys, I actually get a lot of the masculine wounds, masculine. So you don't have to be a man, but whoever like predominantly masculine energy. But I am getting a lot of men are going through the men who are predominantly masculine. And they just said like twin flames to me. So take that if it resonates. I'm not going to go into that, but are healing mother wounds. So it's almost like they're talking to a woman, whether it's you or another woman or any type, I don't know who the fuck just got so much anxiety when I said that, is reflecting areas within their wounds with their mother, not in a bad way. It's like this person's reflecting areas where they need to heal and realize that the way that their mom acted had nothing to do with them, and that not everybody's like their mother. Somebody needed that message, but if you started getting anxiety with that, focus back to yourself. Okay. We got Sir Nuno's life force. Express your driving passion. Sensual and sexual powers are increased. Man, what did I tell you guys earlier with that sacral shit on fire? Like there is definitely something going on. And I said that about the passions too. There is definitely something going on where your passions are going to be ignited. And a lot of women's cycles are like messed up over the last, like, I would say month or 2 where they're shifting and changing. You can use Moonstone. Moonstone is actually a very feminine energy that can help you. I actually have 2 of my Moonstone. I got my white Moonstone and my peach Moonstone on today. No, I don't have. Do I have a black Moonstone bracelet? I don't know if I do, but if not, I'm going to order some black Moonstone and make some bracelets because I love black Moonstone too. We got Krishna, devotion, trust your spiritual guidance. Okay, we got that message about trusting your intuition. Your commitment has been recognized. You are loved unconditionally. And we got Master Buddha, increased awareness, deep connection, trust your inner voice. Guys, you got 2 cards. Trust your inner voice, trust your spiritual guidance. Okay, we got the intuition and manifestation card in the very beginning. There is some of you who are not trusting your intuition. How do I know the difference between my intuition and this? How do I know the difference between, okay, quick way to tell you. Intuition comes in very subtle. There is no emotion attached to it. Very neutral. Comes in as just like a quick little message. If you are spiraling, if you are anxious, if you are in fear energy, if you are any other energy other than neutral when the message comes in, it is not your intuition. Your intuition, and people say it comes in your stomach, it comes in this, it comes in this. If you are in a situation where you are in danger, it's going to come in real quick, and you're going to like, if somebody's behind you, it's going to come in real quick, and you're going to turn around and you're going to be like, oh shit. And then you'll know, okay? Like that type of shit. You will know, because you'll know when somebody's walking behind you. Something will intuitively tell you to turn around and look, right? Somebody's coming to attack you, something will intuitively tell you that. So it doesn't come in as a fear. It comes in as a neutral thing. You turn around and then you're like, oh fuck, because fight or flight activates, right? No, it doesn't come in that way. It comes in very neutral, very calm. That's it. If it comes in as this chatter, it is not your intuition. That is, let me take some deep breaths and allow it to flow out. What is this trying to teach me? And just breathe it out, breathe it out, breathe it out. You don't need to attach to that. You don't need to believe it. Breathe it out. Some of that shit comes in really fucking strong. Intrusive thoughts comes in really strong. A lot of times that's your clearing. It's things from the inner child, things from trauma and things like that coming out. And sometimes they come out in a different way than they came in. So it could be, say, with like your dad, and something traumatic happened with your dad, but the way it's coming out is like with a friend right now, where you're feeling this fear energy with your friend, but it's triggering this energy with your friend to clear out the stuff with your dad, because you can't, mirror that right now. So sometimes it does happen like that, but your intuition is very subtle and very different. If you're really not sure, you really can't tell the difference, ask your team for guidance. You can pray to any of your, you could just say angels, you could say spirit guides, you could say ancestors, you say God, whoever you pray to. Or if you don't pray, you could just say universe, you could just say angels. Can you guys give me a very direct sign? Can you show me this specific thing if this is my intuition? And ask them. It doesn't always pop up right away, because sometimes there's something you need to work through on your own. But if it's something you don't need to work through, they'll pop it for you usually right away. So you can ask for something really like off the wall. You can ask for something really, whatever, but trust it whenever that message comes in. I usually tell people to ask for like a certain symbol or something like that. So I was doing something, what did I say, it was like 2 years ago. And I said, ask your angels. Like if you don't believe in angels, ask your angels, whatever. And they asked for, I want to say they asked for a bee. Right? That was before I saw fuzzy bees, before I became obsessed with them. I've always thought bees were cute. My nickname's always been Bee, because of my name, Brittany. But that was before I had an obsession with fuzzy bees. So I was back into otters back then. Well, I love otters. But anyway, they said bee. And so later on, I pulled tarot cards for them for something. Some of you know personally, obviously. I pulled tarot cards for them, and there was a fucking huge bee. I don't even know which card deck it is now that I think about it. And there was like a bee in there, and they look and they noticed it, and they're like, oh shit. And then somebody else did that with like dolphins, and they're like, I want to see a dolphin. And we were driving, well, you probably don't know the area if you don't live over here, but we were driving to Five Below, and there was like a huge truck that had a dolphin on the side of it, and we're like, what the fuck? Just sitting in the parking lot. We're like, what the fuck? So yeah, but that's what I'm saying. They'll like literally show it to you. So just ask for whatever you want. They'll show it to you in person. They'll just sometimes show it to you in a dream. They'll show it to you on social media as an emoji. They'll show it to you like, whatever way they can. So just ask and you shall receive. Wow, that card just flew out. Can't wait to see what it was. If it's the decision card, I'm gonna laugh though. Oh, it's not. It is the 8 of Ariel. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. Man, not working does me some fucking good. Can I just say? I haven't worked in 2 days because my work computer is still fucked up, and I was like, screw this, taking vacation. Because I can't get work done without it. So yeah, 2 days off work, which is going to be nice for me. The star card came out again. I feel like we keep getting the star card. Wow. Okay. Y'all, I can't. I cannot. They're just like flying out too. I don't know if you guys can actually see them. They're literally, oh, my king of Ariel's on the bottom. I love him so much. Oh, gosh. All right. 7 of Michael's on the bottom. We got 8 of Ariel, the star. So look at that. 17 adds up to 8, 88. So definitely something with the finances for some of you. Page of Gabriel and 10 of Raphael. Like, holy, this card keeps coming out. Knight of Michael and Ace of Raphael, 5 of Gabriel, 5 of Ariel. So this is about letting go, right? Some of you might be collaborating with somebody else. Ooh, I just got so dizzy. Hold on. Some of you guys might have a partnership or a friendship or something coming in to teach you something. Doesn't really feel toxic. Feels more so like a spiritual thing. No, it just feels like friendship. Like somebody you're going to connect with at work, or you're going to connect with somewhere that's going to help you with something, but it's going to help you with realizing certain things you didn't realize about yourself and things that you actually want that you've been hiding, kind of like that first message. It's like, it's almost like you have these like these dreams that you've wanted for a long time, but it's like you've been too scared. So it's like you hide them, and it feels like somebody's going to come in to mirror it out for you, or to show you, or to bring it up, or bring up shit with themselves to help you realize it. This person might not stay. I don't get this as a long-term thing. I get this as more so like a divinely directed friendship, like a temporary friendship to help you with recognizing something that you really desire in your life that you haven't acknowledged. It's so weird the way the messages are coming through. It's almost like it feels like that one message with the transformation and hidden motivations. It feels like the exact same message, where it's like, say you have a desire to like be a mother or a father, right? And it's like, you've always said, like, I'm not going to be a mom or dad. Like, I want to be a good mom or dad, blah, 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 whatever your perception is, right? Obviously, this is not going to be for everybody, because I know some of you are mothers and fathers. But it's almost like you pretended like, oh, I don't want to be a mother or father, because you have all these fears, like I would be a bad parent, you know, I'd be like my parents, you know, then I'd lose my freedom, then I this and this and this and this. Oh yeah, if that message is for you, what's his name? The captain, I just posted in my stories the other day about this losing your freedom when being a father or a parent. There was something about that. Well, I guess if you needed to see that message, ask and they'll help you find it. But something with, his name's the captain. Oh, I can't remember his fucking name. But I posted on my story the other day and I said, read the message. Actually, I'll go find it and repost it on my story. But anyway, it feels like something for some of you like that. So obviously it's going to be different for everybody. So if you're like one of those people who's like, well, I'm scared to be a parent, or I'm scared, you know, all these things. Basically, this person's going to help trigger those fears in you that you actually have, to help you realize that actually you do want to be a parent. You wanted to be a parent all along. You just have a lot of fears about being a parent, to help you bring your actual dream forward, to help you have that confidence and bring the dream forward. Oh, yeah, guys, I love this. This is like, right, the page again. This is all about like passions, right? This is like having more fun. This is passion. This is standing in your confidence. This is just like excitement. And it feels like first off, the 10 of Raphael, we got this like a few days ago. This is the happily ever after. I think it even says that. Yeah, happily ever after. Love and blessings fill your life. Harmonious relationships with family members. This is like the ultimate like happy card. This is like, just like that family life, that dream come true, that relationship. We have a lot with the kids in the cards. So some of you guys maybe are becoming parents, you're wanting to become parents, or there's changes in your life if you have kids, things like that. I feel like some of you guys do want to maybe be parents, but there's some fears or something behind that. But for some of you, it definitely feels like a soulmate connection is coming in. And they want you to Have fun with the journey. It feels like there's a journey to get to this for a lot of you, and they want you to have fun, and they want you to be playful, and they want you to just embrace your passions, embrace who you are, and stand in your power throughout the journey for this to come forward. There's something having to do with you internally with a journey, and you standing in your power, and you having confidence in yourself and not giving up, and just in just not taking it too serious, just having more fun with it. So if you're like dating or something like that, like having more fun with dating, not like looking at the, oh my God, like, wow, here's another person that I stopped talking to, here's another person this happened with, and blah, blah, blah. Like reflecting on yourself and your own behaviors, your own thoughts, and having fun with it, and saying, oh, this is an opportunity for me to meet more people and, you know, learn myself or whatever, to bring forward this, to not give up on this. Like that, it feels like this isn't here right now. It feels like this is where you're at. Like you're on the journey to get here. But excuse me. Wow. They just want you to have more fun. Wow. Yeah. So we got the Knight of Michael. Time to move quickly. Choose logic over emotion. Sudden changes. And we have Ace of Raphael, a positive new emotional experience, fulfilling romantic relationships, deep and lasting spiritual insights. A lot of love stuff's been coming out lately. It definitely feels like there's something, it doesn't necessarily mean a romantic relationship, but something is going to come in really quick for you guys. It feels like within I'm seeing 2 to 3 weeks for some people, and like 2 to 3 months for some people. And it is going to be something emotionally fulfilling and rewarding. A lot of you, it feels like a new romantic relationship. There's something to do with communication, like not allowing communication to hinder this relationship, like making sure that you're communicating your feelings and your expectations. So if you are starting to date somebody and there's an issue with communication, letting them know, hey, look, this is something I need. This is something I expect. You know, this is something that makes me feel safer. This is something that helps me feel connected, whatever it is. Communicating that, like not allowing mishaps and miscommunications to like deter you from this situation. I don't know who needed that one. Somebody needed that specifically. But for some of you, it definitely just feels like, it feels like a reconnection, like some type of soul connection with somebody, some type of spiritual connection with somebody, where it just feels like this comfort, this safety. For some of you, it can come in the form of a friendship, but I'm mostly getting romantic. For some of you who are in relationships, this message is not going to apply to you, obviously. Like, it's a general reading. It applies to, some parts apply to you, some parts apply to other people, some, you know, all of it. It just depends. It's a general reading. But for some people, yeah, who are single, this definitely feels like this is coming in for some of you guys. Not people who are just getting out of a relationship, though. This is for people who've been single for a little while is what I'm getting. 5 of Gabriel and 5 of Ariel. I told you there were some puzzle pieces missing. Yeah. So it feels like there's definitely some puzzle pieces missing, and Spirit's saying you don't need to do this alone. Like whoever's feeling alone, feeling like left out in the cold, feeling like things aren't happening to them, but other people are having these positive things around them, they're saying you're not really seeing things clearly. Like a lot of people have the same type of shit going on as you, but they don't talk about it, just like you're not talking about it. You're not alone in this. You have supports. You're just not asking for them. And what Spirit's saying is there are pieces of the puzzle missing, and that like, it's okay to feel alone, but it's also okay to feel, you know, ask for supports and to be vulnerable and say like, look, you know what? I'm feeling fucking needy. I'm feeling like I need some attention. I'm feeling very unloved. I'm feeling, you know, like ignored, whatever it is you're feeling, like letting your supports know, letting your friends, your partner, whoever know. But it just feels like there's some type of closure with something and letting go with something. Like there's some type of specific situation that is not complete yet. It feels like you're about halfway there with it. So this doesn't feel like all the other messages though. It feels very different. Like there's just like almost like a sub cycle within a bigger cycle. Like it feels like some of you guys are closing out big cycles. This feels like some type of personal journey cycle that you're like about halfway through, and it's like you have a little bit of information, but you don't have enough to make a decision with. They're saying just trust it's going to come to you as it needs to come to you. And if you are feeling really lonely and you're feeling really alone, ask for supports. ask for guidance, ask for help. If you feel like you don't really have friends and people to go to and ask for help, and, you know, pray to your spirit team and say, hey, can you bring in some people who are supportive that can help